everyday special in a Nissan Rogue Special Edition. Right now, finance one from 0% for up to 84 months. I'm a sucker for...
How did you feel when you got the news that Zach would be joining The Who? This is from Kara in the United States.
Yeah, Kara, well, it was great. I mean, The Who are my son's band. You know, he was a Who fan. Keith Moon was Uncle Keith to him. And so, you know, he felt he should have been in the band 10 years earlier, actually. But he had to wait. And, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad Pete saw sense and called him up. And he gave that band a kick they needed, I'll tell you. Peace and love.
It's an incredible day for me to finally go to bed with Yoko. Hi, Bob. Barbara's here. No, how great. I mean, we've got all the kids, we got peace. Imagine peace, you know. We got a lot of peace and love going, you know. Started in the 60s, in a lot of ways, thanks to Timothy Leary.
I think that maybe John is hearing us. Yeah.
Go.
John, are you listening to us?
Yeah.
Give peace a chance.
Give peace a chance.
Way out there and not quite getting acknowledged like it should be. His films, of course, we all acknowledge he's great. And Henry, I've known Henry for quite a few years now, and if I ever wanted to, you know, oh, you need photos for the tour, you need photos for this, I would call Henry, and as he said, I mean, we'd just be hanging out in the garden, and he was doing it. I always thought we were just having fun. And he's like, oh, got it, and, oh, sit over there, okay. You know what I mean? He is like the master of great casualness. You know, so you relax behind it with him, and so he takes a really cool photo. Yeah.
David?
Well, we're here to celebrate Ringo's book, and I got a chance to see Ringo's book maybe like a year ago or so.
Maybe.
Maybe. And I got a chance to write a foreword in Ringo's book.
Oh, that's why.
And so what struck me about Ringo's photos, what a great eye Ringo has. The photos are exquisite, and happiness comes through. Ringo is a very happy human being. One of the best vibes coming off a person.
Thank you, David.
So I thought they could add peace and love, which already goes with Ringo, and add the word happiness.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah.
To everybody.
It's a good combo. Henry?
Well, I've loved David's films, of course, right along, but we actually just met tonight.
Live.
And Elaine, this is all very nice, but wait till we get to this other part. Poor boys hanging around. What's up there? They don't do shots like that anymore. There's a surprise coming right now. The boys on horseback. The boys didn't know how to ride. These were monster giant animals who were sitting on their backs. See mine, tried to run away. So the memory was pretty damn scary. There we go, yeah! fancy enough of that. Oh, he wants to go somewhere else. Oh. Anyway, we could have a lot of fun just playing it and talking about it. But that was one of our earliest so-called videos, and somebody had the bright idea, I don't know who, let's put them on horses. Big horses. And that's what happened. Okay. That's a great shot. Look at that guy. Hey. Zoom in on that shot.
Yep.
Are you zooming?
Yep.
I'm standing on the mountain, about to fall. I'm breaking through the ceiling.
Experience life with the Infiniti QX50.
This tavern club at 1 o'clock. Will you come down and play? Okay, okay. I'll get up and come down. And I went down and played. That was the first time I played with the boys.
Yeah.
Though I knew them from Germany.
Yeah. By the time you get to joining the Beatles...
we had another 3-month gig.
You did, exactly. By the time you end up joining the Beatles, though, how good did you feel you were on your instrument at that time?
Great.
You were
I was a drummer.
Yeah.
Any band would ask me to play with them.
Yeah.
No, I felt good about my playing.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew the style I wanted to play. You know, you have to realize we were all like growing up there, and you know, there was coffee bars. We'd sit there, and you know, there'd be other drummers I knew from the same Liverpool area. You know, and I always remember moaning at one, man, you're playing jazz.
Yeah.
That's not rock.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have discussions.
Yeah.
And I learned one of the great lessons with the Beatles. We were making records when we finally got to make a record, one of the biggest days of my life, that you don't have to really do a solo while the singer's singing. You know, so I play around the song.
Right.
It's just a style, and people have picked up on that.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're singing away, you don't need me.
What's your definition? How do you define the role that Ringo as a drummer plays in the Beatles? I mean, the instrument itself. How do you define what that mission is?
Well, besides, you know, I have great time
Right.
that God gave me.
Right.
You know, it's something that
Great
came
timing, yeah.
with me, and the sensibility to drums, and I really listen to the song,
Right.
and I think it's part of my being, and you know, the drums, you're either madmen or solid people. And I feel I'm a solid person behind that kit. That, you know, if the discussion was heavy between the other boys, there'd always be something solid behind it. And that's, I feel, was my part.
You being a little modest, which I expect from you. You weren't just solid, and there are photos in the book that testify to this. But from John Lennon on down, you've been called the soul of the Beatles, the most vulnerable, the most sensitive, the peacemaker. How is your personality? Why do you think your personality was?
How do you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't answer that.
Yeah.
You know, and
But somebody's got to be that in the band.
Yeah, but there's all the personalities of 4 people.
Right.
You don't even have to be in a band.
Right.
You know, and there would be like, you know, absolute love, and then a bit of niggly, and you know, that goes on. That's a family thing. But when we played, none of that came in. We were like psychic. We played the best we could.
Right.
That was just how it was.
Yeah.
No one would say, "Oh God, are you talking? Well, what's that?" You know, to anybody, not you know, looking at me. What's that? You know. I think, you know, as guys, we gave each other everything, and we did become. I'm an only child. I have 3 brothers.
Sure.
I had 3 solid brothers who loved me. I felt it, protected me in many ways, and supported me in a lot of other ways. So, you know, that's the story when it wasn't working in the studio. It was just not working. And I was looking at myself, and I thought, this is just not happening. And I went to John's house, well, my house. He was living in my house. And I banged on the door. I said, come in. And I said, you know, you three are all so close. And, you know, I feel like left out here. And he said, I thought it was you three. I thought, all right, I'll go to Paul. So I would do that and knocked on his door and I said, you know, it's not really happening. You know, you three are so close. I just feel like I'm not part of it. And he said, I thought it was you three. So I thought, well, I'm leaving the band. And I went to Sardinia. You know, it was too mad. So I just left, and then telegrams in those days, and from the boys, come on back, blah, blah, blah. And I got back in Georgia, had the whole studio decorated in flowers. It was, you know, there's so many beautiful moments in my life that, you know, you need more film. Not that you've got film these days.
A lot of those beautiful moments are captured in this book. Some beautiful photos here. You make the point repeatedly in the book, and you're right, about the fact that all four of you had cameras, but you used yours differently than the others did. What was it about?
Well, I don't know if I used them differently. And I always mention this, is that we had one day off a month, and on that day, Paul would judge a beauty contest.
That's in the book. I saw that.
No, I keep telling him. To love, yes, it's Ringo. Updating again, just to let you know that, just to wish you, first of all, Happy New Year. I had a great time, I hope you did too. So far the year's going really good for me, and I'm in LA, of course. That's all I know.
As you know, my name is Ringo, and this is the All-Star Band. We're going to start the roll tonight with Todd Rundgren.
Yeah, and having a great life, and I hope you are too. And I send you peace and love, peace and love, peace and love.
Oh, wait down and went to sleep.
So now analogue viewers should switch to their digital services to continue watching BBC Two Northern Ireland. If you're viewing on cable or satellite, you don't need to do anything. However, if you're watching on Freeview, you may need to retune your equipment tomorrow, and again when digital switchover completes on the 24th of this month. After 48 and a half years, this is where BBC Two says goodbye to analogue television.
Bye.
And on that note,
what was that?
Thank you guys so much.
Laugh with me, pal. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.